All right, so we're diving deep into set building today, getting you ready to launch your career, with the help of the RoleCatcher guides, of course.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. I think a lot of people don't realize just how much goes into this field. It's so much more than just, hammering some wood together.
Absolutely. There's a ton of creativity and problem solving involved. And speaking of problem solving, RoleCatcher's AI can really help you stand out in the job market. But first, let's tackle some of those common interview questions. I'm seeing 10 of them here in the guide. You ready to break them down?
Definitely. Let's start with a classic. Can you explain your experience in building sets?
Okay, yeah, that one seems pretty straightforward. But I bet there are some ways to make your answer really stand out.
For sure. Instead of just listing all the projects you've worked on, think about specific examples that really show off your skills. Like, did you ever have to build something super intricate on a tiny budget?
Oh yeah, I bet that happens all the time.
It does. Or maybe you mastered some new technique that saved the day. Those are the kinds of stories that interviewers want to hear.
So it's not just about what you've done, it's about how you did it.
Exactly. And that's where RoleCatcher's AI comes in. It can analyze job descriptions and figure out exactly what keywords employers are looking for.
Well, that's so
So
smart.
you can tailor your answers to hit those keywords.
And really resonate with the hiring manager.
Right.
So instead of saying, I built sets for 3 school plays, you could say something like, I have experience creating complex sets for various productions, from historical dramas to contemporary comedies, all while adapting to budget limitations and mastering new construction techniques.
Now you're talking. That shows versatility, resourcefulness, and a drive to learn, which are all qualities that employers love.
Okay, I love that.
And don't forget, you can use RoleCatcher to practice your answers and get feedback from the AI.
Oh, wow. So it's like having a personal coach.
Exactly. It can tell you if you're being clear, concise, and engaging.
That's amazing. All right, let's move on to the next question. How do you approach designing a set for a production? This one seems a bit more creative.
It is. They want to understand your thought process, how you take a vision and make it a reality. It's kind of like a journey. You start with research, then brainstorming, then you collaborate with the team. And communication is key throughout the whole process. Set building is all about teamwork.
That makes sense. So what kind of follow-up questions could you ask about this to show that you're really engaged?
Good question. You could ask about their specific design process at the company, or maybe about any upcoming productions, and the challenges those might present.
Okay, yeah. Showing that you're curious always goes a long way.
Definitely.
All right, next question. Can you describe your experience working with different types of materials? I'm guessing the list is pretty long.
Oh, yeah, it can be. But again, focus on specifics. Don't just say you've worked with wood and metal. Talk about that time you had to weld an intricate structure or create realistic faux finishes on a challenging surface.
So it's about showing depth, not just breadth.
Exactly. And don't forget to mention safety protocols. You want to show that you understand the properties of materials and how to work with them safely.
Right, safety first.
Always.
Okay, this next question is all about safety. How do you ensure that a set is safe for the actors and crew to use? This one seems really important.
It is. You're not just building something that looks good. You're building a safe working environment. So talk about your knowledge of safety regulations and industry best practices and how you incorporate those into every step of the process.
So things like double-checking structural integrity, using non-slip surfaces,
Yeah,
and conducting risk assessments.
exactly. The more specific you can be, the better. You want to show that you have a proactive safety mindset.
Okay, I'm writing that down.
And here's another area where RoleCatcher can help. It can actually analyze a company's safety policies online.
No way.
Yeah. And then it can help you tailor your answers to their specific standards.
Wow, that's going above and beyond.
Well, you got to do what it takes to stand out. True. Okay, next question. How do you manage your time and prioritize tasks when working on a set build? I'm guessing organization is key here.
No, absolutely. You're often juggling multiple projects with tight deadlines, so talk about your systems for staying organized. Maybe you use project management software, or detailed schedules, or maybe you break down large tasks into smaller steps.
Yeah, those are all good strategies. But what about when things don't go according to plan? Which I'm sure happens a lot in this field.
It definitely does. So you also want to mention your ability to adapt, to reprioritize, and to stay calm under pressure.
Right, because things change all the time.
They do.
And it's also smart to connect your time management style to the company's culture.
Oh, that's a good point.
Like if they emphasize teamwork, You could talk about your collaborative approach to meeting deadlines. And I get RoleCatcher's AI can give you some clues about the company culture, too.
It can. It analyzes their website and online presence to help you understand their values and expectations.
That's so helpful.
It really is. Okay, next up. Can you describe a challenging set build project you have worked on? This one feels like a chance to tell a story.
It is. Choose a project that presented a unique challenge, like a last-minute design change, or a limited budget, or technical difficulty, and then walk them through your problem-solving process. Focus on the obstacle, your solution, and the positive outcome.
Okay, I like that.
And don't forget to highlight what you learned from the experience.
Right, show that you can grow from your mistakes.
Exactly.
All right, next question. How do you ensure that a set design is visually appealing and enhances the production? This one's all about the artistic side of things.
Yeah, it is. They want to know that you understand the overall vision and that you can contribute to the story through your work.
So it's about more than just building something that looks pretty.
Much more. Talk about how you collaborate with the designer, how you use color, texture, lighting, and scale to create a set that's both visually engaging and functional.
Okay, cool. Any good follow-up questions for this one?
You could ask about their approach to incorporating new technologies or unconventional materials into set design.
Oh, interesting.
Or maybe ask about their favorite productions and what made the sets in those so impactful.
Those are good ones.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. How do you ensure that a set design meets the needs and requirements of the production team? This one sounds like it's all about communication.
It is. Clear communication is essential in set building to avoid costly mistakes and make sure everyone is on the same page.
Right.
So give examples of how you communicate effectively with directors, designers, stage managers, and fellow crew members.
So things like regular check-ins, detailed updates, collaborative brainstorming sessions.
Exactly. And don't forget the importance of written documentation. Sketches, plans, schedules, all that good stuff.
Okay, got it. Speaking of alignment, I bet RoleCatcher's AI can help you align your communication style with the company's culture.
It can. It can analyze their online presence and even employee reviews to give you insights into their communication preferences.
Wow, that's incredible.
It's a powerful tool.
All right, let's keep going. How do you ensure that a set is functional and practical for the actors and crew to use during the production?
Okay, so this one is all about thinking beyond the aesthetics and focusing on the practical needs of the people using the set.
Right, it has to work for everyone.
Exactly. So give some examples of how you've incorporated functionality into your builds, like quick change booths for actors, or modular pieces for easy reconfiguration, or sturdy platforms for high-energy performances.
Those are all good examples.
And highlight the importance of collaborating with the actors and crew to get their feedback and ensure that the set meets their needs.
Because they're the ones who are going to be using it every day.
Exactly.
Okay, great.
All right, last question in this section. Can you explain your understanding of scenic painting techniques?
Okay, this one seems a bit more technical.
It is, but it's also artistic. You're showcasing your knowledge of different painting techniques, both traditional and modern, and how you use them to create depth, dimension, and atmosphere.
So like glazing, scumbling, airbrushing, maybe even digital projection.
Exactly. Talk about how you've used these techniques to create realistic finishes. Or trompe-l'œil mirrors. Or special effects.
So you want to come across as both an artist and a technician.
Exactly.
I like that.
Okay.
Okay, so we've tackled all 10 interview questions, but before we move on, I think it's worth talking about the different career stages for a set builder. The RoleCatcher Career Guide has some good insights on that.
It does. Understanding the typical career path can help you position yourself in the interview and show that you're thinking long-term.
So what are the typical stages?
Well, it often starts with an entry-level set builder. You're assisting more experienced builders, learning the ropes, mastering basic construction techniques.
Soaking it all up.
Exactly. Then you might move on to junior set builder, where you take on more independent tasks, apply those skills, and start contributing your own creative ideas.
Okay, so you're building confidence and refining your craft.
Right. After that, there's senior set builder, where you're leading the construction of sets, mentoring junior builders, and collaborating closely with designers and other departments.
It sounds like a lot of responsibility.
It is. You're ensuring the quality of the work, managing timelines, overseeing the integration of the set into the overall production.
Wow.
And from there, you could specialize even further, maybe become a master set builder focused on a specific type of construction, or you could move into a management role.
So many options.
There are. That's what makes it such an exciting field.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground in this first section. We tackled those 10 common interview questions, talked about career stages, and even touched on how RoleCatcher's AI can help you tailor your answers and prepare effectively.
We've only just scratched the surface, but hopefully you're feeling more confident about tackling that interview and launching your set building career.
I think so. This has been super helpful.
Glad to hear it. And it's amazing how much more confident you can feel going into an interview when you know what to expect. But the preparation doesn't stop there. Let's talk about how RoleCatcher's AI can really take your interview game to the next level.
Yeah, I'm really excited to hear more about this. We've mentioned it a few times, but it still sounds kind of like magic to me.
Well, it kind of is. So picture this. You upload your resume to RoleCatcher, and the AI goes to work. It analyzes your skills, your experience, your keywords, and then compares all of that to the specific job description you're targeting.
Oh, wow. So it's not just giving you generic advice, it's actually tailored to each job.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It can point out any gaps in your skills or experience, suggest relevant keywords to add, and even help you rephrase certain sections to better align with the employer's expectations.
That's incredible. I remember spending hours trying to tailor my resume for different jobs. This would have been a game changer back then.
It really would have, and it gets even better. RoleCatcher can also give you feedback on your interview responses.
No way.
Yeah, you can practice answering common questions like the ones we just went over. And the AI will analyze your content, your delivery, even your body language.
Wait, hold on. It can analyze body language through audio. How does that even work?
Well, it's not actually reading your physical movements, of course, but it can pick up on things like your tone of voice, your pacing, any hesitation, all of which can reveal a lot about your confidence and how engaged you are.
That's amazing. So it's
Yeah.
like having a virtual mock interview with an expert coach.
Exactly. And that coach can give you really specific feedback. It can tell you if you need to be more concise, more engaging, more confident.
And you can practice as many times as you need to
Yeah,
until you feel completely prepared.
exactly.
Okay, so we've covered the interview questions, the career path, and these incredible AI tools from RoleCatcher. Is there anything else we should touch on before we move on?
I think it's important to remember that this is just the beginning of your journey. As a set builder, I mean. The learning never really stops in this field.
That's true. You're not just building sets, you're building a career.
Exactly. So stay curious, keep exploring, and never stop learning. The entertainment industry is constantly evolving. New technologies, new materials, new design trends are emerging all the time.
So how can someone stay ahead of the curve? Are there specific resources you recommend?
Actually, the RoleCatcher Career Guide has a great section on this. It lists industry associations, online forums, even mentorship programs, all of which can help you connect with other professionals and stay up to date.
Networking is so important.
It really is. Attending industry events, reaching out to people you admire, building relationships with fellow set builders. All of that can open doors to some incredible opportunities.
And insights.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've talked about acing the interview, building a career,
Yeah.
and staying connected with the industry.
Mm,
I feel like we've given our listeners a pretty solid roadmap to success.
I think so too. But before we completely wrap up, I want to leave you with one more thought. Remember that feeling you get when you see a really incredible set design? On stage or on screen.
Oh, yeah. It's like being transported to another world.
Exactly. And that's the magic that you have the power to create as a set builder. You're not just building physical structures, you're building experiences, stories, emotions.
Wow, that's beautiful. You're shaping how the audience experiences the entire performance.
Exactly. And that's a huge responsibility, but also an incredible privilege. So as you go on this journey, remember the power and the magic of what you're creating.
I love that.
Me too.
Well, I think we've given everyone a lot to think about today, and hopefully you're feeling ready to tackle that interview and launch your career as a set builder.
Definitely. But remember, the most important thing you can bring to that interview is yourself. Your passion, your enthusiasm, your willingness to learn.
That's so true. Skills and experience are important, of course, but those can be developed over time. It's the passion that really makes you stand out.
Absolutely. And don't be afraid to let your personality shine through. Let them see your excitement for the work, your curiosity, your unique perspective.
They want someone who can contribute to the team.
Exactly.
And who knows, maybe someday we'll be sitting in a theater,
Yeah.
watching a show with a set that you helped create.
That's the dream, to see your work come to life and transport the audience to another world.
It really is.
So keep learning, keep building, keep creating. The possibilities are endless.
And remember, RoleCatcher is there every step of the way to help you achieve those dreams.
It's like having a personal career coach in your pocket.
That's a great way to put it. Well, I think that's a wrap for us today. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the world of set building.
It's been fun.
We hope you found it helpful, and we wish you all the best in your set building careers.
Break a leg, everyone.